Hey guys, welcome back to Cornwall Card House. In this video we are going to be opening some packages which I got from eBay. I was hoping to get some cards, some single products and some sealed stuff which hadn't moved yet really, and we can add that to our portfolio. But first I just want to say that I've had a few comments about this investing journey which I'm going on. I just wanted to reiterate that you need to have no debt, you need to have a good pension, a few pension pots, you need to have emergency savings if your boiler breaks, things like that. We've also got a joint savings account. We also buy loads of silver, so we've got tangible assets as well. So I've had a few comments saying, why are you putting all your money in cardboard? It's not all of my money, it's probably about 10-20% of my sort of savings, which I'm playing about with. So I'm happy with that 80%, which is, you know, it's there, it's safe, and if it's an emergency, I can use it. And most importantly, I'm not getting in any debt. I'm just buying cards weekly or buying sets weekly and just adding them to my portfolio. So that's the most important thing I wanted to bring up first. Okay, before I open these, I just want to say that the Charizard UPC is coming. It's coming about mid-November. The print run on this product is about 3 times higher than the previous Charizard UPC. And I don't know about you, but this promo card inside of the UPC, you know, it's a bit, you know, some of you might like it, but I think personally, hello, my name is Mum, I think it's crap. If you think of the older UPC, you've got those 3 cards in, and some of them are, you know, you're grade of 10 with them, and they're worth like 160, 200 quid. So, and this thing is going for 120 quid if you can get it. This thing's going for £120 if you can get it, but it's on the secondary market. It's going for 250, 299. I've seen it over 300, which is only about 70 quid less than the previous UPC. So I think personally, I would add that extra 70 quid and get the older one if I was going to get a UPC. But the only good thing going for this UPC is the pack choices, and the pack choices are really strong. Mega Evolutions, you've got Destined Rivals in there, Journey Together. The pack selection is really strong, but then you have got Evolving Skies and stuff in the old one. So which one do you go? Do you overpay? Do you pay scalpers prices if you can't get it, or do you get the old one? If I had the choice, I would go for the old one. If I had the choice, I would buy this new one at MSRP, at market price, but obviously it's jumped up on eBay. So I don't know. I'm going to see if I can get one. If I can't, I think I'm just going to leave it, because I'm not paying scalpers prices, and nobody else should be paying scalpers prices either, because it just feeds the fire. And these sneaker boys who keep buying shoes and making these eBay accounts and buying up product, and there's no product left in the bloody market, and they buy thousands of products for 100 quid and sell them all for 250 quid, and it's just pricing everybody out of the hobby. So like I was saying, there's still a few things which are left in Pokemon which haven't gone mental yet, and I tried to get a few, and so I did. So you'll see these before me, because I'll open them up facing the camera. Which way is that? That's that way. So the first thing I got was that, which I can't see. Oh, I can see it now. That's the Radiant Charizard from Pokemon Go, is it? Nice. A little bit off center on the back, but this cost me about the price of a pint of Guinness in a pub, so pretty happy with it. Pretty happy. Just mean I had to come home from the pub early. Okay, it's number 2. What we've got here, it's facing that way. No, it isn't. It's facing me. What's that? That must be a free card, because we brought that one. There we go. We've got the God of War from Scarlet Violet base. We managed to get this for, I think, £31.50. Really nice. And he's given me a free, can't see that with these shades on. Is that Excadrill? EX. Okay, so that's card number 2. Card number 3, trusty scissors. This is when I slice through the middle of the card. Okay, so you'll see this before me. Well, these probably. What's that? Is that the guy who brought it off? Okay. And the card is... oh yes, the Mimikyu. What's this from Fusion Strike? I can't remember. The Mimikyu. Hasn't popped yet. I think it will pop. Really nice card. Adding it to the portfolio. Is that in that one? That's it in that one. And then I've got a nice pink one here, if you like pink. So you see these before me, and it is, oh yes, these are the Pokemon Day stamped EVs from Prismatic. These went out on Pokemon Day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 of them, all Pokemon Days. I hope, yeah, all sealed, all Pokemon Days. So we've got 8 of them to add to the portfolio, and nothing left in there. And last but not least is this one. Don't get too excited. I just saw that this thing is about £45 in the shop, and I managed to get it for 41. We have got the Lorcana Fabled Trove. So when Lorcana first came out, for the first 8 sets, they just had common cards, uncommon cards, rare cards, super rare cards, and legendary cards and enchanted cards. So they had 6 sort of tiers of cards. So the first 8 sets, I think the only one worth picking up is probably the first set. The rest, I'm not really that excited in Lorcana unless I see something and I think, oh yes, that's a good price, and there's a reason behind it, aka being the actual cards in the set being worth some money. So this is set 9, and in set 9 they released an epic and an iconic rarity too. So you've got common, uncommon, rare, super rare, legendary, epic, enchanted, and then there's an iconic. So there's 2 more rarities in this set. This is the first time they've done it, which is kind of the driving force behind getting this set and leaving it sealed. So we'll see what happens with that. I might get a booster box too with Fabled, because I think it might do pretty well in the future. So there we are, guys. There's our haul for this week. I know I said I was going to be adding more in the way of sealed products, but some of these things, for the pint of a price of Guinness in the pub, you can get a Radiant Charizard from Pokemon Go. This thing's probably popped off by now and gone, because every time you see something that hasn't popped, by the time you've brought it and it lands at your house, you go online and the thing's popped off already, so you can't even get it. So the cards are getting less desirable. The things that are popping off are going to be cards now which are probably a bit crap. No, is anybody really excited in the Radiant Charizard? I only brought this because it was Charizard and it was a good price. Mega Evolutions is out soon. I'm still trying to get a pre-order for that, but the only place I can find it at the minute is on eBay for like 200 odd quid a booster box. But it has got the who's in it? It's got Bulbasaur in it, or I can't remember. There's a nice chase card. I'll show it on the screen. It's not a chase card; it's a promo card. So like Journey Together, when they were doing the enhanced booster boxes, this one's also enhanced, and it's got a nice promo. And like Journey Together had the Reshiram and Reshiram promo, and he had a nice stamp on it. I think that's actually worth more than the normal Reshiram in the set now. Before, the enhanced booster box was selling more than the normal box, so the Reshiram inside, the normal Reshiram was actually worth more than the promo. But now I think the promo has gone higher with the stamp on. So yeah, so that's coming. Then mid-November we got the Charizard UPC to take a look out for. Try and get it on pre-order. Try and get in some raffles where you can be invited to buy it. Don't go on eBay and buy these stupid prices. I might even nip down my local TCG shop down in Penzance, Game On, great shop, and see what he's doing. So either get it at distribution, well, secondary. Don't get it on the secondary market. That's what I'm saying. And again, investing. If you're investing, make sure you've got. Let's find a nice coin here. What's that one? Oh, that's a silver dollar from America. And what's this one? Oh, it's a silver Mickey Mouse. So these are all 999 silver. I don't know where that's from. Make sure you've got yourself some tangible assets anyway. A bit of gold, a bit of silver, and make sure you've got savings. Make sure you've got no debt. Make sure you've got emergency savings. Make sure you've got a pension. As a whole, I think cards are probably as risky as probably crypto. Crypto is probably a bit more safer, but have you seen what's happened with crypto in the past? Will it happen again? Markets tend to be cyclical. Things that happen in the past tend to happen again. The more you look back on a market, the more you can see into the future. So just like the market, they had the FOMC meeting last week. I think they froze interest rates again. Interest rates and economics are really they're really interesting if you want to, if you're getting into things like savings and stocks and crypto and silver and cards. You need to understand what the markets are doing and what's happening with interest rates, because when interest rates go up, borrowing costs rise on loans, on mortgages, on debt, on credit cards, household wise, fewer mortgages are done. There's fewer car loans, fewer business expansion. People save more, companies cut back on projects, demand for goods and services decreases, which means business revenues drop, there's lower profits, there's less hiring, a possible layoff of jobs. Then the whole job market cools down, wage growth slows down, and lower demand means less upward pressure on prices. Then the currency strengthens. There's foreign investment starts coming in. Exporting of things is cheaper. Overall, the market just kind of cools down, but there's slower growth, but there's stability in prices, and then the flip happens. So if interest rates go down, borrowing costs fall, so loans, mortgages, credit cards become cheaper. Households and businesses tend to borrow more. There's more credit cards, more car loans, more mortgages. Spending and investments rise. People buy more. Companies expand. They do R&D, new buildings, new companies. Demand for goods and services increases. So there's a stronger customer demand there. Business revenue grows, higher profits, more hiring, stronger wage growth, unemployment falls, inflation starts to rise again, the more demand gets put on, more like upward pressure gets put on prices, then the currency starts to weaken due to that. So overall, the economy starts to heat up, there's faster growth, but risks of overheating and high inflation start to creep back in. Then we go into high inflation again, and that's it's a cycle. It keeps going and going and going and going. It happens all the time. What are we now at 4%? Back in 2022, the base rate was about was it? I know I got a mortgage deal at 1.9 or 1.8, and now my mortgage is due soon and the rate's like 3.9, 4.1. So the market's going like that, and then it'll start going like that. So my mortgage is up at the wrong time, really. So it'll probably make sense to just let it default onto the market value interest rate, and then I'll just ride that wave, hoping it doesn't go up to 5, 6. Hoping it starts to come down at 3, 2.5, and then I'll lock in at that price. So economics are really interesting. If you're buying cards, savings, things like that, it's really interesting to get an idea of what the market's doing. I mean, I learned all this because I was into crypto. Like I said, back like 10 years ago, I was buying Bitcoin at 900 quid. So I got really interested in economics back then, and companies and the S&P and earnings and all that jazz. One other point I wanted to make was, back in a previous video, I said something about having sealed products. It's like having Pavlov's cat when he went in the thing with the poison and it's not observed. I meant to say Schrodinger's cat. If you ever seen Eddie Izzard, you can understand where my confusion comes from. So this is Schrodinger's cat. This could have the big hit inside. If you don't know Schrodinger's cat, he went in the box with a vial of poison and nobody was observing that cat, so the cat could be thought of as dead and alive at the same time. It's got something to do with, I don't know, some bollocks. So I'm going. Starchy.